In this video, I'm going to show you how to play $20 by boygenius. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know how wrong I am. I'm so prepared to be wrong on this one. Let me know if there's another song or artist you'd like to see me cover. Also, check out the Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you're going to get a PDF of this lesson as well as a Guitar Pro file that you can play along with. And if it's wrong, I'll correct it. Grab a guitar. Let's play. In order to get this to sound like the record, I'm going to do an alternate tuning. There really could be a lot of things going on here, but I think the easiest way to get the sound is just going to be a drop D tuning. So the guitar will be in standard tuning, and we're just going to take the low E string and take it down to the D below the E chord that it normally is at, or the E note that it normally is at. So with that being said, it's going to be D, A, D, G, B, and E. And what that is going to allow you to do is do some one finger chords like that. Also, it'll allow you to use that D note as a droning note, which we're going to do quite a bit in this. So the song is going to be in a multitude of different time signatures. It's going to start off in 7/4, but we're also going to see 4/4, 5/4, and 6/4. Again, I don't know how they wrote this out, but this is how I've sort of chunked it out. If you want to look at the sheet music on my Patreon or the PDF, yeah, you'll get an idea for how it's counted. So there's probably 3 guitar parts going on here all at the same time. What I've done is do my best to put them all in one part, and I'll call out a couple of things that I think will be easier with 2 guitars. So first of all, it's going to start off with the right, so that's the low E string open, which is now a D, and then I've got my pinky all the way down here on 9 on the 5th string, and my first finger on 5 on the 5th string, and I'm just going back and forth between those. You could also play it like this. That may look easier, but the drone is a little harder to get. So that would be first finger on 4/4, second finger on 5/5. Also, there's a little in-between section that happens right up here, so I tend to think this is the right way to play it, unless you've got a couple guitars and somebody else is doing the little in-between parts. So it's going to start off, right, and then we're going to have a rest. The singing comes in for the first verse. It's going to repeat that. And you notice I have to do a little jumping around there, so I'm doing the first and third finger, then the third finger down to the 9, and then I'm going to jump to the 5th fret with the first finger, and then I'm going to use my finger, pinky finger for the follow-up. So it's going to do that 9 to 5 riff 1-2 times in the beginning of the verse. So. And then it's going to switch a little bit. We're still going to have these notes, but the first finger is going to come over to the 6th string, 5th fret, to grab that G note, which is typically it's an A there, but it's going to be G with the tuning. Right? And in between those 2 parts, there is another part. So it's So that is a pretty big jump to make. So it makes me think maybe there's 2 guitar parts doing that, or they're making the E shape here on the first finger on the 4th string, 4th fret, second finger on 5/5, and second finger on 6/5, and third finger on 5/5, where you could do something like this. It doesn't sound as good to me, so I tend to think they're doing this. Coming right out of that little riff, it's going to slide from the 5th fret down to the 2nd fret. And you can use your first finger, just bar across the 3 low strings. So you're going to go to 2 dotted quarter notes, and then 2 quarter notes. So you're going to go 2, 2, 5, 5, and then you're going to come back into that riff. And for this measure, after this one, it's going to be a measure of 6/4, and it's going to end with So it's going to have one beat from the previous measure. And then we're going to go back into the regular 7/4. Then we're going to get out of that with a slide from the 12th fret, and we're going to go into a measure of 5/4 before going back to 7/4. So it's going to go. That's your measure of 5/4. Then it's going to go back into 7/4 with the main riff. And it's going to rest there. Next we get into the second verse. It's going to start with that same riff twice. Then it's going to go to the version where you've got the finger here on the G, 5th fret, 6th string. Then it's going to go, and then back to the main riff. Then we're going to go from the 12th fret and slide down to the 2nd fret again for a measure of 5/4. So that's sliding down from 12, going to 2, and then 5/5. From there, back into the main riff. And then we're going to go to another measure of 5/4 again, going down to 2 and the 5. Back to the riff. And now we're going to get to, coming out of that section, it's going to go to 2 measures of 4/4. And it's going to have that little pickup riff. And then it's going to go. Then a measure of 6/4. So that's that riff that we normally do in 5/4. This time we're going to have one extra beat on 5. And now we're going to go back to 4 measures of 5/4 with that expected sort of pattern. And then we're going to get into the extended outro. The extended outro has so much going on. It's going to be in 6/4, and it's going to have 2 measures where we're all the way up here on the 12th fret, 2 low strings. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to come down to the 7th fret for 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go 2 more frets down to 5 for 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that whole intro, or that whole outro section has that underlying theme. Now going on top of that, there's so much going on, it's kind of hard to get a grip. There's definitely a lot of flat 7s. So if you're playing along with this, that C will sound really good in there to give it that sort of sound that it's got. The whole extended outro is just going to be this repeating pattern 8 times, and on the 9th time, it's not going to play the 5th fret. So it would go like this. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's just going to repeat until the end. Another little cool part to call out, and I'm going to guess it's Julian Baker with the very cool Harmonics. This is going to be played, if you haven't played harmonics before, you're just lightly touching the string directly above the fret. If you try to put your finger down like you're playing a note, you're not going to get the sound out. So it's got to be directly above the little metal bar, the fret. And it's going to start on the 7th fret, and it's going to go 4, 3. And then we're going to go to the 5th fret of the 3rd string, then the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and then back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Really cool little part. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know how terrible this was and how wrong I completely am about the tuning. I would really love to know what the actual tuning is. I think I'm close. I think I'm close enough for rock and roll. you'll let me know. All right, so like and subscribe, ring the bell, leave me a nasty comment, join the Patreon, little as $5 a month, you'll get a PDF of this lesson as well as a guitar profile. I think that's it. I'm very tired. I'm gonna go rest after figuring this song out. All the new songs are so good. So good, can't wait to hear the rest of the record. All right, see you in the next video.